Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is the Quest for Survival Hardcore Ironman series and we're on episode 29 now. In this episode we get a lot of AFKvention done and we get 2 more 99s. Over the last week or two I've been AFKing a lot on this guy with all of the PVM stuff I've been doing on my main. I've just been sitting there AFKing on my second monitor. So there's going to be a lot of AFK gains in this video for you all to see. So let's get into it. Picking up where we left off, I was fishing loads and loads of cave fish in the living rock caverns. I disassembled one of my rodomatics and got to 61 invention, which took me to 60 all, which is pretty nice. Plus now I can siphon at level 12, which will help when I go to do some mining and things like that. It's not even an ice pet. I'm 91 fishing, so I guess it wasn't the super luckiest pet I've had, but that's my 4th pet. One more for Jack of Trades. Oh crap. I just got 3 Cyrodom in pages 1 and they're 6.1 mil. That's the best clue I've had so far, so that's pretty cool. Carrying on the fishing grind, I got to 64 invention and then I carried on fishing all the way to 93 fishing. From level 90 to 93 fishing, I managed to fish 3,956 raw cave fish. So now it was time to cook them all and see how many I actually burn. When it came to cooking them with cooking gauntlets, you barely burn any at all at my cooking level. So I'm 90 cooking, which isn't the highest level ever, but I was only burning around 1k fish in inventory, which made it very, very effective. As you can see, I only burned 116 cave fish and I cooked 3,840. So now I have over 7,000 sharks for things like Slayer and stuff, and then when I actually go bossing, I've got some cave fish too. I'm pretty sorted for food, but I think I'll probably fish some more cave fish in the future as well, and then all of the pickpocketing elves I've been doing will really add up with the sharks department. It's really nice when you go to the invention workbench and you have like 10 recipes to discover for experience. Discovering all of these recipes got me to 65 invention from 64, so a whole level just from discovering some recipes, and then I made a couple more rodomatics. After finishing the 2 caches for today, I was a couple of thousand experience away from 95 divination. I quickly popped to the luminous wisp spot and got 95 there. Now it was time to head over to incandescent energy. I wanted to get loads and loads of energy so I can make tons of charges and really be sorted in that department of invention. So while doing all the stuff on my main recently, I was AFK in Divination for quite a long time, converting everything I got into energy. I managed to get myself 129,000 incandescent energy and I started making divine charges with a lot of the energy. I didn't even have enough simple parts right now to use up all of the energy. Although I did manage to use up nearly half of it and I made 245 divine charges. I managed to fill my whole charge pack up with 163 divine charges left over and 74,000 energy. So in the future, if I use up these 163 divine charges, I have loads of energy to use to make some more divine charges once I get some more simple parts. This should allow me to do quite a lot of invention with combat. I always like to do some pickpocketing whenever I can because it gives you really good supplies, and I want to stock up on as many super potions as I can ready to make extremes when I get that far. But while pickpocketing this time, I managed to find a crystal acorn, which is a very rare thing to pickpocket. This allows me to grow a crystal tree when I get the farming level, and the crystal tree is just free farming experience every single day, so I'm super hyped about that acorn. I headed over to Miscellanea and it had been 2 weeks and 6 days since I last checked. When I collected it, I got nearly 15,000 maple logs. That should easily be enough simple parts needed for the rest of the energy. I got lots of birds' nests, so hopefully some good seeds in those, and then I got all of those nice herbs ready to clean and use. Man, I love Miscellanea. While disassembling the maple logs, I actually got 70 invention, so now I'm 70 plus in all skills, and I've unlocked loads more blueprints to discover in the future as well, so I should be able to get even more levels just from discovering some blueprints. I was 95 crafting and the bossing week had just started, so it was time to AFK my life at the harps until 99, and I'm not going to bore you with every single level between 95 and 99, so here you go. I actually got 99 pretty easily because obviously I was just clicking the other screen here and there. I actually missed the 99 XP drop, but you know, you're supposed to AFK harps, right? So it's not bad that I missed my 99. I got it either way. It was around halfway through the bossing week and it was time to still AFK on this guy, so it was mining time with Seren stones. I managed to make an augmenter for my crystal pickaxe and a couple of equipment siphons ready to siphon it at 12 every time. Obviously, I attached Honed and Furnace to it as well because those perks are too good not to have. Then it was just time to AFK at the Seren Stones for a while. I didn't quite have the full Magic Golem set, so I had to wait about 15 minutes until I got the last fragment for the last pair of gloves. Then with the full Magic Golem set, AFK and Seren Stones was really nice and easy, and it was smooth sailing from then. The only thing that required some effort was equipment siphons. I had tons of simple parts from all of those maple logs, so that was absolutely fine. It was just the dexterous and the precious components that were kind of annoying to get, and you needed 5 of each. I still had around 6,000 to 7,000 maple logs in the bank, so I made them all into maple short bow use and just disassembled them afterwards. It gives you a ton of dexterous components. They're not the best thing for them, but it's very simple and easy to do. Then for the precious components, I had a lot of gems sitting in the bank, so I had rubies, emeralds, sapphires, all of that good stuff. They were all converted into bracelets of the same kind, and then I disassembled the bracelets in order to get precious components. This also actually got me quite a few enhancing components for augmenters in the future as well, which is really neat. After I got all of those parts with those ways for a couple of hours, I was able to make around 20 equipment siphons. Those 20 equipment siphons were more than enough needed, but then again, I'll have them for the future as well, so they're always a useful thing to have in the bank. Again, I'm not going to bore you with all the levels in between getting to 99 mining, because that's just a waste of time. So obviously, I AFK'd here while doing stuff on the main, and guess what? I got 99 mining. I really like Seren Stones. They're so AFK, so easy to do, and the experience an hour is really good. Now I have loads of corrupted ore saved up for the future as well, so when I get 87 smithing, I'll be able to boost with a Dwarven Stout Matured, which I can easily pickpocket from the elves and get 89 from the boost, to then be able to smith those corrupted ore into XP. Doing that during trial hours would probably be pretty good experience an hour. Something really useful for an Ironman for sure. I upgraded my Dragon Hatchet on my tool belt to a crystal one, but I want it augmented, so if you go to Doc in the Invention Guild, he can take it out for you and augment it. When you speak to Doc, you want to select the 5th option. Can you help me with my tools? And he'll say, yeah, blah, you need an augmenter in your inventory, which one do you want to be taken out? So you select for your hatchet or your pickaxe, whatever you want to come out of your tool belt with an augmenter in your inventory, and it will take it out and automatically augment it. When I got my Dragon Hatchet from AFKing, a lot of you said, oh, why did you put it on your tool belt? It's worth keeping it out of it because you augment it, blah. It really doesn't matter if you put it in your tool belt or not, because Doc will gladly take it out and augment it for you. So now I have an augmented crystal hatchet, and I didn't have to go get another hatchet from AFKing, so all is well. He also replaces the current hatchet with a rune one, so you still get a rune one in your tool belt. It was time to put Honed and Furnace in my hatchet as well, so now my pickaxe, hatchet and my Rodomatic all have good perks in them. Honed 5 and Furnace 3 are normally really hard to get, so I normally stick with Honed 3 or 4 and Furnace 2. It's really easy to get both of those, and I can just upgrade them in the future anyway. While training some woodcutting, I wanted to do normal Acadias. So all I did was chop down the Acadia logs and disassembled every single inventory I got. Acadia logs have the same rate of simple parts as magic logs, which makes them super effective when you're going for simple parts. Because I use my maple logs for dexterous parts, I wanted to get some more simple parts ready to use all of that energy to make divine charges. Acadia trees aren't that great experience, but they're better than nothing, and the parts are always handy. To be honest, at this point I just needed one more thing to AFK for a day or two for the end of the bossing week and all of that. I did get my hatchet to level 12, I siphoned it and got 78 invention, so my invention level has flew up this episode. It was the end of the clue scroll week, so I thought I'd do all of the clues at the same time to see what loot I could get. The clues seemed pretty consistent in loot. They would give you a fortunate component out of one of them normally, and then the other one would normally be pretty garbage. But either way, it was always like over 100k per loot, even if it was bad loot. I got quite a few different plate bodies, I got some kite shields, stuff like that that all gave fortunate components. It really added to my clue scroll tab, and I'm going to show you my clue scroll tab now. When it comes to the clue scroll tab, it all starts around here with the purple sweets. I've got a couple of firelighters and then the god arrows and then just all the mystic staffs and stuff. Most of the mystic and bow staffs I alch, so I don't have that many of those. I do have 8 magic combos and 4 U combos though, so that's 12 fortunate components right there. I also have a variety of hate shields, and then I have some of the god shields. Unfortunately, the god shields don't actually give fortunate components alongside the god armors. But the things that do give fortunate components are like the god cloaks and the miters and the cows. I got a second Robin Hood hat, the black dragon mask. Loads and loads of cool different things. Got quite a lot of fortunate components adding up over time. I do have quite a few different god pages as well. I just need to wait until I get all 4 pages of one kind so I can make an illuminated god book. I have some crystal triskelion key fragments so I can make 6 full keys and get 6 more elites. And then from actually pickpocketing the elves, I have so many different one-dose potions. I'm going to be using these one-dose super potions in order to make extremes, so I want to get as many of those as possible. But yeah, that's it for the clue tab. It's coming along quite nicely, and I'll keep you guys updated the more clues I do. Finally, ending this video off, doing some smithing at the new Novemberfest event in the Lumbridge Crater. The smithing here isn't very good. It's quite slow, but it's semi-AFK, and it's something to do while playing the main. I don't know how long I'll do this for, but either way, a bit of free smithing XP on an Ironman never hurts. That's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. Give it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3. And until next time, see ya.